They say the ocean is Earth's final frontier. Above, we mapped the skies. Below, we still drift blind. Beneath the waves lies a world older than time. Not darkness, but silence. Not emptiness, but pressure. Miles down, no sunlight ever reaches. And yet, something lives. Not one thing. Thousands. Living machines, transparent ghosts, flashing hunters, drifting beasts. Their bodies are alien. Their logic, unknowable. Their design, terrifyingly efficient. We send machines, they fail. We send divers, they vanish. 95% of the deep remains unexplored, and what we have found should not exist. Each creature from the abyss breaks a rule of nature. Some glow in pitch black. Some eat with no mouth. Some disappear when touched. Some survive without blood. This isn't fiction. This isn't fantasy. This is science, unprepared for what it finds. And today, we descend. In each part of this journey, you'll meet one real deep-sea being. Its form, its habits, its unnatural way of survival. Prepare yourself. The deeper we go, the stranger it becomes. You'll see evolution at its limits. Let's begin. At 2,000 feet below the surface, where light no longer dares to reach, where darkness surrounds everything, lives a creature that looks more alien than anything on Earth, the Barreleye Fish. It's not just strange. It's one of the deep sea's most bizarre and elusive mysteries. Its head, completely transparent. You can see through its skull. A dome of clear, jelly-like tissue reveals two glowing green orbs inside. Those are its eyes, floating like marbles inside its head. And those eyes, they're always pointed straight upward. Not forward like ours, upward. Scanning the pitch-black water for falling prey from above. But this fish doesn't chase. It waits. It hovers, still, motionless, as if frozen in the Black Sea. Its tiny fins flutter gently, just enough to keep it suspended in place. Like it's listening, or watching something we can't see. The barreleye doesn't hunt alone. It hides beneath the umbrella of a jellyfish, using the jelly's tentacles like a cloak. It steals prey caught by the jellyfish, without ever being stung. A silent agreement, a secret alliance of the deep. Its glowing dome shields its eyes from the jelly's venom and the crushing pressure of the deep. And those eyes, they rotate. First staring up, then, without moving a muscle, rotating forward. A living, breathing periscope. Small, delicate, but born for a world of shadows, where nothing is visible, but everything is watching. You think no one's there in the darkness. You think no one's there in the darkness. But in that depth, a pair of eyes is always watching. The Barreleye Fish. At 3,000 feet beneath the ocean's surface, where the sun has long been swallowed by darkness, something massive stirs. The water doesn't ripple here. It shifts. It heaves, as if the sea itself is breathing. And then it appears, from the black void, the giant squid. 40 feet long, eyes the size of dinner plates, tentacles stretching like serpents into the abyss. And a beak. Yes, a beak. Sharp enough to slice steel. This isn't mythology. It's not a sailor's hallucination. It's real. It moves silently, fluidly, with a grace that hides its power. Its massive arms lined with rows of suction cups, each one rimmed with teeth. Teeth. Just imagine that for a second. It grabs its prey in a blink and pulls it into the shadows. No struggle, no sound, just vanishing. And its eyes, the largest in the animal kingdom, not for seeing light, but for detecting the impossible. It can sense the shimmer of a fish and scales from 100 feet away in total darkness. It doesn't hunt by sight. It hunts by shadow. And it's not alone. Sometimes one of these beasts washes ashore, scarred, slashed, as if from battle. But what could scar something so terrifying? That's when another name whispers through the deep: sperm whale. The only known predator of the giant squid, Somewhere in the abyss, they fight. Silent wars in the pitch-black deep. No cameras, no witnesses, just scars left behind. Down here, the ocean doesn't roar. It waits. And in its waiting arms swims the monster no one was meant to see. The giant squid. At 4,000 feet beneath the waves, there is no day. There is no night, only eternal blackness. And in that blackness swims a creature that looks like it was never meant to exist. The fang-tooth fish. It's small, only a few inches long, but size means nothing down here. What matters are the teeth. The fangtooth has the largest teeth in proportion to its body of any fish in the ocean. Long, curved, dagger-like fangs that don't even fit in its own mouth. When it closes its jaws, it has to slide its fangs into special pockets inside its skull. Its face looks like it's been carved out of fear. A permanent snarl. Eyes glazed and distant, like it's staring through time. It doesn't chase, it doesn't sprint, it waits. This is an ambush predator, a hunter that barely moves until you're too close to escape. And then, in a flash, the jaws unhinge, the teeth sink in, and the sea turns still again. But the most shocking part? This monster can survive near the surface as well. Sometimes, in rare moments, fangtooths are found drifting higher, as if scouting, as if looking for something. It raises the question, how many times has something this terrifying come closer to land than we think? It doesn't glow, it doesn't flash, it doesn't warn. The fangtooth just exists, deep, silent, and watching. 4,000 feet down, the world gets sharper, and so do the teeth. At 5,000 feet below the ocean's surface, the pressure is enough to crush a car. Light doesn't reach, and the silence feels alive. Here swims a nightmare in slow motion, the goblin shark. Its body is pale pink, almost translucent. Veins shimmer beneath its skin, like something only half-formed. Its snout is long and flat, shaped like a blade. But it's what lies beneath that truly haunts you. A mouth that doesn't just open, it launches. When prey comes near, the goblin shark's jaws shoot forward, snapping shut like a bear trap. Teeth like needles, motion like a machine. And in a blink, it pulls the jaws back in. No other shark does this. It doesn't need speed, it doesn't need strength. It just needs you to get close enough. To be grabbed by a jaw that doesn't wait for your mistake. It creates it. Its eyes are small, sunken, but they don't need to see. They feel. They sense. Down here, every heartbeat is a signal. Every vibration, a map. And the goblin shark, though rarely seen, is one of the deep sea's oldest hunters. A living fossil that hasn't changed in over 125 million years. Imagine a predator so perfect. It outlived the dinosaurs and still hunts in the silence of 5,000 feet. It doesn't stalk like other sharks. It waits. It calculates. It attacks from a realm of shadows. The goblin shark isn't a monster from legend. It's real. It's alive. And it's waiting, deep below where no one looks. At 5,000 feet below the ocean's surface, the pressure is enough to crush a car. Light doesn't reach, and the silence feels alive. Here swims a nightmare in slow motion, the goblin shark. Its body is pale pink, almost translucent. Veins shimmer beneath its skin, like something only half-formed. Its snout is long and flat, shaped like a blade. But it's what lies beneath that truly haunts you. A mouth that doesn't just open, it launches. When prey comes near, the goblin shark's jaws shoot forward, snapping shut like a bear trap. Teeth like needles, motion like a machine. And in a blink, it pulls the jaws back in. No other shark does this. It doesn't need speed, it doesn't need strength. It just needs you to get close enough. To be grabbed by a jaw that doesn't wait for your mistake. It creates it. Its eyes are small, sunken, but they don't need to see. They feel. They sense. Down here, every heartbeat is a signal. Every vibration, a map. And the goblin shark, though rarely seen, is one of the deep sea's oldest hunters, a living fossil that hasn't changed in over 125 million years. Imagine a predator so perfect. It outlived the dinosaurs and still hunts in the silence of 5,000 feet. It doesn't stalk like other sharks. It waits. It calculates. It attacks from a realm of shadows. The goblin shark isn't a monster from legend. It's real. It's alive. And it's waiting, deep below where no one looks. At 6,000 feet below, there are no currents, no light, no sound, only stillness, and the slow decay of everything that sinks. And that's where they thrive. The bone-eating zombie worms. They don't swim, they don't move, they don't have mouths, they don't even have stomachs, yet they feed on whale bones. And they never stop. When a whale carcass drifts to the ocean floor, a banquet begins. But only a few creatures show up. Among them, these worms, no larger than a grain of rice. They pierce the bones using acid. They drill inside without teeth, and from within, they send out root-like tendrils that digest the fat trapped deep in the skeleton. But here's what makes them even stranger. They live in colonies, thousands at a time. Most are female. The males, they're microscopic. They live inside the females, never growing, never leaving, just existing, only to fertilize eggs. They are not parasites. They are a system, efficient, precise, alien. No other animal eats the dead the way they do. They don't just consume death, they turn it into life. To the rest of the ocean, a fallen whale is tragedy. To the zombie worms, it's opportunity. A graveyard becomes a city, and inside the bones, a world is built. One that no human eye ever sees. Except now. You've seen it. At a depth of nearly 7,000 meters, in the crushing silence of the Hadal Zone, where sunlight has never touched and no human has ever naturally reached, drifts a creature so eerie it lacks a face. This is the faceless cusk eel, a deep-sea enigma that defies all understanding of recognizable anatomy. No eyes, no visible mouth, no features that resemble any known predator or prey. Instead, it has a smooth, pale head with no front-facing features, making it look like a ghost carved out of wax. But the truth is more bizarre. Its eyes are hidden deep under its skin, almost entirely useless in the darkness. And its mouth is located underneath, completely invisible unless examined closely. It lives under pressures that would implode a steel vessel, navigating waters where temperature hovers just above freezing, and food is rare enough to go years without eating. Scientists were shocked when it was rediscovered after nearly 140 years, almost as if the ocean had been keeping it hidden. There's no aggression, no defense, just motionless drifting, like it's a memory of evolution, not a product of it. The faceless fish challenges one simple idea. Can something exist without identity? And if so, what else is down there, watching, faceless? 2,500 feet below the ocean's surface, beneath the calm of the open sea, the seabed hides a creature that looks like it crawled straight out of ancient nightmares. This is the giant isopod, a deep-sea scavenger that resembles a giant alien insect, but it's real and it's alive. With a hard, segmented shell, sharp legs, and compound eyes that reflect light like a cat's, it can grow up to 20 inches long, about the size of a small dog. Its entire body is armored like a tank, allowing it to survive extreme pressure and predator attacks. But what makes it disturbing is not its size, it's how it feeds. The giant isopod thrives by finding dead creatures, whales, squids, even fish larger than itself, and consuming them slowly, sometimes over weeks, by clinging to the carcass and tearing it apart with razor-sharp mandibles. It can go 5 years without eating, waiting patiently in total darkness, surviving on nothing but stillness and cold. Some say its eyes don't just reflect light, they reflect intent. Its presence on the ocean floor is a reminder that in the deep sea, death is never wasted, and perhaps the deeper you go, the more patient the predators become. If this journey into the abyss fascinated you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow ocean explorers, because the deep sea holds endless secrets, and we've only just touched the surface.